Welcome back to Covered in Pet Hair. I'm your host, Isabel Alvarez-Arata, and today I have the pleasure of having a drink and a chat with pet parents, innovators. They're entrepreneurs. He's a foodie. She just likes to eat. He's a former health industry pro and currently a fitness fanatic. She's a professional dog trainer in the evenings, and then during the day, she works in contract security, which I just learned has nothing to do with dogs. They are both rescue advocates, and they are paw parents to 4 gorgeous dogs. There's Aries, the big old Dogue de Bordeaux. There's the Sato from Puerto Rico, Pablo. And then there's a returned rescue puppy who's Lynly, who we just couldn't let her go back to the shelter, could we? And then there's the big, small foster fail who's named Biggie Smolz. How cute is that? Okay. She's originally from Brooklyn. She wanted to make sure that I was very specific about where in New York she was from. And he's originally from Staten Island. And now they both currently reside in Hazlet, New Jersey, which is on the Jersey Shore. And they are the owners, founders, minds behind Paw Power Nutrition, which is a brand of dog-specific, keywords, dog-specific peanut butters that have extra boosts in them for our dogs' benefits. So they are Eric and Christine Schwartz. Welcome, guys. It's so good to have you on the show.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Happy to be here.
Who is that on your lap? Show me. Is that Pablo?
This is Pablito.
That's Pablo, the Sato.
He is the fastest, friendliest dog alive.
My God, he has the sweetest little face.
He's our number one salesman. He is a director of sales. He does come to every event except in Las Vegas. He couldn't make it, but every other event he comes to with us, and he's the guy shaking hands and kissing babies and selling dog butter.
Oh my gosh! And who's that on your left?
This is Lynly. This is the when I was in the rescue, when we had a location, it was her mama. She gave birth and had all her babies. She was one of the babies. They all got adopted out. Unfortunately, she got returned by no fault of her own back to the rescue. And I just scooped her up and said, I'm bringing home another dog. So this is Lynly. Her mom was abandoned. So we took in the pregnant mama. That's I work with No More Pain Rescue. So,
I love when we rescue mamas and their babies and they all have like a new life because it's such a hard place. A shelter is no place for a mama with her newborns or a pregnant mama at all.
It's the street, so.
The street's even worse.
Lynly is head of quality control.
Oh, yeah.
All these dogs have a role.
They have
a
job.
They really do, for real. She'll watch when we're packing orders. She will watch, and she's always watching over our shoulders, and so she's head of QC, quality control.
I love that. I love that Pablo was just licking you all over, just being like, this is what I do. I just lick things. I lick peanut butter. I lick people. I love to lick everything. So before I get into your peanut butter and what makes it so special, I actually want to introduce our drinking game today. So anybody at home, anytime you hear this word, make sure you take a drink of whatever you're enjoying, but please be over 21 to partake, never drink and drive, and always drink responsibly. So what are you guys having on if it's like 5:15 your time? It's happy hour.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Tito's and seltzer, you mean? Tito's and seltzer.
Flavored seltzer, yeah.
Yummy.
Being that I'm under 21,
Right.
just seltzer.
Just seltzer. Well, I actually took inspiration from the topic at hand, and I made a very appropriate peanut butter and jelly cocktail, and it actually comes with a garnish of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I will be enjoying as soon as we wrap up here.
That's adorable.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
P&J's are some of my favorites.
Cheers.
To you guys. Cheers. So I always introduce this show with a game, and today is no different. We are going to play Nuts Fun Facts. Okay, so this is basically a trivia game about nuts, and it's not specifically about dogs and nuts. And I got inspiration for this game from a website called trulygoodfoods.com, where they had these fun trivias about nuts. And we all know that nuts are relatively healthy foods, but I think we should dig a little deeper. Are you guys ready to play?
Go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, you guys can shout out the answers and we'll see who's right. And if you are wrong, take a drink of whatever it is you're enjoying, guys.
Oh boy.
Here's the first one. Almonds need honeybees to pollinate them so they can grow. True or false?
True.
Very true. Ancient Romans believed hazelnuts could treat coughing and baldness. True or false?
I'm gonna go true.
True.
It's actually false. I tricked you on that one. It was ancient Greeks who thought that.
Oh, come on. That was close enough.
I'll drink two. Next one. You guys should know this one. Peanuts account for 2/3 of all nut consumption. True or false?
I'm gonna go true. I think it's the most popular nut.
True.
Sure is the most popular nut. I think that should be its new slogan. The next one is pine nuts get their name because they are found inside pine cones. True or false?
False.
It's true.
Is it? All right.
I didn't know that either. I mean, according to this website, it's true. I mean, I don't really do that much research when it comes to this. So if anything,
from a certain type of tree, not necessarily the cone. Okay.
I agree. I thought the exact same thing, but that's what they say on trulygoodfoods.com. So all of you nut experts, please take it up with them, not with me. And then the magnesium in sunflower seeds can help promote a healthy mood in humans. True or false?
Absolutely true.
Absolutely. Magnesium is like amazing for so many things.
Yep, most humans.
And we're deficient. Exactly right. You're right. All right, next one. Cashews are in the same plant family as poison ivy. Their shells hold all of the itchy oil. True or false?
I'm gonna go false.
I'm gonna go true.
It is true. News to me. I had no idea because I don't even know what a cashew shell looks like.
So it's not even. Whatever.
That's fine too. Black walnuts are toxic to dogs because of the black mold that covers them. True or false?
I'm gonna go true.
I want to say this makes sense, but I've also never heard of black walnuts, so I want to say true. I don't know.
It is true. Same. I have never heard of black walnuts. I hope I've never eaten black walnuts, but now I'm going to be kind of on the lookout to make sure I don't eat black walnuts. Yes, that is very true. Do not feed your dogs black walnuts. Okay. Dogs who eat macadamia nuts most commonly experience weakness in the back legs, vomiting, and diarrhea because macadamia nuts are highly toxic to dogs. True or false?
Oh, false.
It's true.
True.
It's true. It's true. From what I hear from like your really natural minded vets and stuff, they say macadamia nut, never give it to a dog because even a small amount can be toxic.
I've heard this through my studies, so yeah.
And you know what's funny? It's the most expensive nut, so I don't think a lot of families are really sharing it with their dogs either.
I don't really like them anyways, the taste of it. What do I like? Walnuts, so that's why I probably don't know about black walnuts either.
Walnuts are good for your brain.
Oh, yeah, lots of good omegas and such. Okay, last one. Dog-safe nuts are healthy for dogs, but must be given sparingly to avoid pancreatitis and obesity because of their high fat content. True or false?
True. Nuts are calorically dense, absolutely.
All right, well, and we're going to get into all of that and what you recommend for your product. But first, I want to learn about you guys and what inspired you to start this Paw Power business and innovate something that's a classic.
Well, I could start off here. I have had dogs since I was a kid. Literally 3 years old is when I started. And we're together 20 years. And when we first started dating a million years ago, I always had a passion for animals. And I want to say about 15 years ago now, I started working at shelters, at rescues, and just taking the extra step to help these dogs that have no families. And then, of course, we had one dog, and then it turned into 2, and then it turned into 3. Now we have 4. So, he always wanted to push me to follow my passion. So I did. And then along the way, is where we started to say we want to give back to the animal, to the dog society, to the dog community. There was also a stint where, unfortunately, during COVID, he lost his job, 2 time frames, and they were long hauls where he had no work.
It was
stressful.
extremely stressful.
Even though I was working and unemployment and all
Extremely
that.
stressful.
And that's when we really put our heads together and said, we don't really want to rely ever again on the economy or the loss of a job because we work for bosses. So we put our heads together and we came up with Paw Power. I literally named it. I actually came up with the paw itself. It's a real paw. We could tell you that story.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a real dog. Like at first, when he was doing the designs for it, he was using like a regular generic from the websites, and I was like, no, we got 2 paws tattooed. I'm covered in tattoos. Those are the only tattoos.
I was never gonna get. I like tattoos. I think they look great on her. I think they're awesome. I was never gonna get one. We had these 2 dogs. This was another Dogue de Bordeaux that we had named Athena, and this was Olympia, who was our English bulldog. You're not supposed to have a favorite dog, and I hope my other dogs aren't listening, but the English bulldog Olympia was my favorite. When they passed, I just felt so compelled that I went out and got the tattoos, and that's how we made it all over.
And that's how I end up saying we can't use a generic paw. We got a real deal paw that's tattooed on both our bodies. So we used that and real slow. Like we didn't know what the heck we were doing. This is literally, we don't have any sponsors. We don't have any money coming in. This was right out of our pockets. We went to the bank. We signed some paperwork that says we own a company. And we said, all right, what do we do now?
And think about it. During that time, I'm laid off. I don't know how we're going to pay our bills. It was really a risky time to start something, but I just felt like I didn't want to wait any longer. And, we've been talking about this idea. Let's just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, the whole part of it about giving back was every month we give a percentage of our sales to rescues. I do the research on them. I have to, kind of like approve them.
She vets them.
I vet them because there's some out there that aren't what they claim to be, whatever, be that as it may. But I want to make sure that the money is legitimately going to the dogs or medical bill, whatever. I know how much money it takes to run rescues because, like I said, I work with a rescue very closely. It's not cheap. So I don't care where it's going to, as long as it's going to the health and welfare of those animals, the care, the food, whatever. So we try to do that live every month.
Every single month.
Oh, nice.
We're going to do this
forever.
This is not like a one-time thing, a short-time thing. And as we grow, as we sell more, we can give more.
Right.
And we're going to continue. We would love nothing more than to be able to give like a ton of money. Our donation has grown each month, but we would like to one day be in a position where we can really make this huge impact.
That is amazing. So when you entered this, what did you learn about peanut butter specifically? Why peanut butter? Why did you choose this specific product?
It actually kind of came out of a need, right? We were giving our dogs medicine. And this was actually, if I recall it was really Pablo specific. We'd put his pills in his kibble, in his food bowl, and he'd eat all around his food, and he'd leave the pill. Okay. Tried it in cheese. Sometimes it worked. Sometimes he would catch on. I eat peanut butter, so I just said, let me just try it in some peanut butter. Work every time. I mean, every time. And then being that I'm into nutrition, I just started looking at the labels and saying, you know what, this stuff's not the best for dogs, what they put in human peanut butter. Did some more research and found out that some peanut butters use xylitol, which is completely toxic to dogs. So I said, what if we can do a healthy, safe peanut butter for your dog? And then because my background is in the human supplement industry, I said, let's take it a step further and put supplements in the peanut butter. So now you don't have to give extra pills. It's right in their delicious treat that they love every day. And that's kind of the genesis of it.
I love it so much. What I met you, Eric, at Super Zoo. I'm sure, Christine, you were home taking care of the dogs, or were you at Super Zoo when I just didn't meet you?
No, I was running the business.
I gotta say,
I was working my full-time job. I was training dogs. I was coming home, taking care of these 4 dogs, and then packing orders. So I was.
You couldn't go to Super Zoo. Well, what attracted me to your booth specifically was actually the fact that, yes, it's dog friendly, designed with dogs in mind. So there are no fillers and things that are dangerous to dogs. But I love the idea of adding those boosts, those nutritional boosts. And I want you to tell me all about those specifically. But what is it in human peanut butter other than xylitol that you eliminated? And what do you guys use in place?
Yeah. So, if you look at a typical human peanut butter, right? Let's say you just take your generic Skippy. They use hydrogenated oils. They add salt, sugar. They add preservative stuff so that you don't have to stir it, right? If you've ever had natural peanut butter, you know it separates. So they do all those things to make the stuff more palatable to humans. Okay. And those things aren't necessarily going to kill your dog, but it can upset their stomach. It's not great for them over the long haul. They don't need the extra sugar. Even the salt, they get enough sodium in their kibble.
Yes.
And then we even looked at if you look at Skippy natural peanut butter, right? They add palm oil, they add sugar and salt. Now you could go out and get a good organic peanut butter that's just peanuts, right? And that's fine. That would be perfectly safe.
Yeah.
What we did is we took non-GMO unsalted peanuts and a little bit of all natural wildflower honey, and that's the base of all of our products. Okay. And then we have different formulas where we add nutritional additives that'll help. So when a consumer buys our peanut butter, they know it's made specifically for dogs. They know it's going to be free of xylitol, non-GMO. We use all peanuts sourced in the US. Okay. What I found out through the peanut game is you can get peanuts from China and these other countries that are super cheap. And you can make a lot of profit, but you don't know what you get and you don't know the quality of the nuts. So the raw ingredients are very important to us. The manufacturing process is very important to us. So that's the genesis.
That's exactly what attracted me to your booth at Super Zoo. I thought it was such a great concept, the natural aspect with the boosts. And I want to talk more about those boosts that I keep referring to, but we need to take a break. Let's listen to our sponsors. As soon as we get back, I want them to play another game with me about their product and then tell me all of the additional nutrients they put in their Paw Power peanut butters. I will be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Welcome back to Covered in Pet Hair. I'm your host, Isabel Alvarez-Arata, and today I'm speaking to Eric and Christine Schwartz, who are the founders behind Paw Power Nutrition for dogs, which is an innovative, brand new, and super, super natural, really dog-minded peanut butter. Something basic, something classic that's been innovated to really, truly help our dogs. And I want to play a game with you guys before we go into all this nitty-gritty about your product. I want to play a game that I've actually named Dawg Butter after your product. And I'm going to give you 1 minute on my handy dandy clock here, and I just want you to tell me all the ways that people, pet parents, dog lovers, can use your products. Are you ready to play?
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, go!
You want to start?
To give medicine, to take showers, give them a bath, because we can put it on a lick mat. Smear it on the lick mat, slap it up into the shower, and they lick it while they're getting a bath, cutting their nails. You could take hollow bones and you could stuff the peanut butter into the hollow bone, freeze it. That takes much longer for them to eat it and keeps them occupied, especially if dogs have some kind of separation anxiety and get upset when you leave. You give them this right before you walk out. It kind of takes the edge off.
You do the same thing with a Kong toy, right? Stuff it with the peanut butter. So the way that we give it to our dogs, they like it the best, is just straight from the spoon. We have taken, since Aries is such a big dog and it's not easy to cut his nails, we've taken the jar, we just open the jar and stuff his face in it. He licks it right out of the jar and we cut his nails.
Yeah.
Lynly's super skittish. We took her to the vet. I had her face in the jar of peanut butter and it made her feel more comfortable there.
Yes, so that's another thing. You could positively associate a skittish dog or a dog that has never been introduced to an environment like a vet, like anywhere. You always want to positively associate a dog to its environment. You take something high value like a jar of peanut butter, stick their nose in it. Yay, yay. That's a training
He's already salivating.
Right. That's a training tip, by the way.
So
that is amazing. Good job, guys. You're at 1:30, but I let you keep talking. And it's funny. It's so good that you're a dog trainer, Christine, because it really does. Like, peanut butter has so many dog training uses. I remember like I said before we started recording, I'm not a dog trainer. I have dog training education, but I could never work one-on-one with pet parents because y'all are so challenging. But I have seen a lot of people use peanut butter in really creative ways. And I'll share one of the stories is there was this dog and the dog trainer was completely baffled by what to do. The dog was terrified of the fridge.
Oh, I've had that.
Wouldn't come near the fridge, maybe because of like the chrome finish or like seeing their reflection or something. Would not come near the fridge, wouldn't go into the kitchen because of the fridge, freaked out if anybody opened the fridge, and somebody said smear peanut butter on the fridge.
There you go.
There you go.
Problem solved. Talk about positive association.
That's it. There you go. You have to outvalue the fright of that refrigerator. I had a refrigerator. I had a dishwasher. You know, causation isn't always correlation. You can't always chain and unchain that behavior of how or why the dog is afraid of that and what yada yada yada. But one real good way of getting them out of it is beat out in value wise whatever that fright may be. And you work on that slowly, positively, you can get it out. And yes, I've used peanut butter many times when I was stuck with a client with a dog that either was too frightful or just not getting it. And I had to give that dog a little bit more motivation. Peanut butter and some other tricks up my sleeve have gotten me out of jam. So yeah. It works.
Absolutely. So you guys, it's not just the peanut butter, which obviously dogs love the flavor of peanut butter. It's creamy, it's delicious, it's nutrient packed already naturally because it's got proteins and things and omega-3s in it. But what other stuff do you add? You have 4 formulas, correct?
We have 4. This is original, right? So some people just want the most minimal ingredients, and that's this one. Literally just unsalted, non-GMO peanuts with a little bit of wildflower honey. Our most popular and our best seller by far, which is amazed me, it's our pumpkin puppers. Okay, it's got added pumpkin and cinnamon in it. Now, pumpkin, as a lot of pet parents know, is almost like a miracle. It helps with all sorts of digestive issues. Helps with both constipation and diarrhea. Pumpkin's filled with nutrients, with vitamins, minerals. So this is super popular. Like I said, it's our #1 seller. This is our berry flexible. Okay, the flavor, it does have real cranberries in it, so you get all the antioxidants and vitamins and minerals of cranberries, but you get a fully dosed joint supplement in here. So you get glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, and turmeric in it. Okay, in real doses. So we don't skimp on the doses here. That's something I learned from the human supplement world, to put proper doses in.
Right. And just to even point that out, on the back of the jars gives the serving size.
Based on a dog's weight.
Based on dog's weight. So again, a lot of folks, some companies just say, well, we have XYZ in it. Well, we have XYZ in it, and we made sure that it was a full dose based upon dog's weight.
Because like legally, and this goes for the human supplement world and the dog supplement world, you only have to have a small amount in there to claim it on the label and make all the claims that you have this stuff.
He's smart.
And you can put it in a proprietary blend and never give the dosages. And we're not going to do that. So we want to be transparent about everything.
Yes.
And, 4th flavor that we just launched, and I was launching this at Super Zoo, is our Blue Biotic. So it's got the antioxidant and vitamin and mineral properties of blueberries, because it's got all natural blueberries in it, and it's got pre and probiotics, and we put 6 strains of probiotics in here, so that'll help with all sorts of digestive issues, immune issues, allergies, all that stuff, general health.
That is amazing. So between all of these, you have everybody covered for pretty much anything they want, and then those anxious dogs can use any of these with a licky mat and kind of get their anxiety out. I just think there's so many uses, and I love that there is a delicious way that is not a powder to implement these, boosts of nutrition and these supplements, because my dogs are old and I supplement them a lot, but most of the supplements I get are powders. So like these poor dogs are just eating sand at some point. You know what I mean? So this is brilliant.
You add it to their food?
Your powders?
Yeah, we add it to their food, but I have to get creative. But now with like something like the glucosamine, I would just replace that supplement with the peanut butter treat.
Delicious.
And you can use it for training. You can use it for enrichment. If I get like a puzzle toy, I have an anxious dog. She's 11. And I haven't.
Great.
Exactly. I haven't done that enough. So knowing that she at 11 is also getting that mental stimulation of the puzzle toy and the glucosamine of the supplement in the peanut butter, I mean, I'm like super mom.
You're right.
I think so. I really do think so. So you mentioned that you use non-GMO peanuts. Tell me about that. What is the goal with that?
Our focus is on providing the best, cleanest product
There you go.
on the market
Exactly.
within the United States, because then we'll know where it's coming from. We could trace back out to the lot of peanuts if we need to.
Yep.
Right here in the United States. So
that is amazing.
we want to stand behind what we say, and we believe that we can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about small batching. What does that mean for those of us who've never even stepped foot in a manufacturing situation?
So our stuff is made fresh in small batches. So we do not mass produce this, and it's not sitting on the shelf for months, right? We don't use any preservatives. So it's got a 1-year shelf life. So we don't want to make too much and then it's sitting around, and then you get it, you order from us, and then it's only got 3 months left on the shelf life, or 6 months left. So it's a little more stressful for us because we have to really constantly think about our inventory and how we're going to order. And as we grow, we've actually had a few times where we've got out of stock because we weren't prepared, but we feel it's better to give people the freshest product possible. So
absolutely,
if nothing's mass produced, it's not sitting on the shelf for months.
That is amazing. That is so cool.
Everything is right here in our house. We're doing this by hand.
Well, we don't
make it.
Yes, we don't manufacture it in our house. It's in a real deal facility.
Right.
Yes. In Tennessee.
Once the peanut butter gets here, after it's jarred, it's downstairs in our basement.
That's
and
our warehouse.
And we're downstairs with our 4 dogs that have jobs.
So you're looking at sales, marketing, packing, inventory, warehousing. We do it all. Literally so when we get it delivered, because now our orders are getting bigger, they won't deliver it to our home. They need to deliver it to a commercial address. So I have someone who has a business and they let us get it delivered there. But I go with my Jeep and I will load up my Jeep with all the boxes. Then I bring it home. I load them downstairs. Everything's done by hand by us.
Just us.
That is awesome. You guys are,
like I said, we started just 2 people. No money, no backup,
no investors.
No investors.
We had enough money for the first batch of peanut butter, and luckily our manufacturer was very cool and let us do a small amount to start. We sold that batch. We took that money. We bought the second batch, and so on. That's how we're growing this thing.
We're certainly not looking to get rich quick, and we're not getting rich quick,
right?
Well, but we believe in the product. Hard work.
It's funny because at Super Zoo, I met so many people who entered the pet industry because of the pandemic and because they lost jobs. And they said, finally, this is my opportunity to do what I love and to take a risk, because what else the biggest risk already happened, right? Like the worst case scenario already happened. And
it's super fulfilling. I can't speak for Christine, but I know that the work that we do is very fulfilling. It feels good to do it. We know we're providing a quality product. We know we're raising money for rescues. And the way I look at it from the business part and the money part, that stuff is going to take care of itself. If we help enough dogs and we help enough pet parents, that stuff is going to take care of itself.
Absolutely. I love that so much. So tell us, where can my audience purchase your products so they can try them too?
Yeah. They can go to pawpowernutrition.com. Right. Our stuff is on there. We're also on Amazon. If that's more convenient for you, that's fine. We're just now getting into some smaller stores, but not any major chains yet. All right. Well, I have some contacts for you, so don't you worry. I'm going to do some intros because I truly believe that this is a great product. I love your story and I hope to help you guys spread the word about it. So here's to you guys. Thank you for being a guest on my show. I've so enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you, Isabel. And yeah, if you guys want to follow us on social, we're at Paw Power Nutrition on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube. And you get to see their adorable dogs.
Our whole family, yes.
Yep.
I love your dogs. Anyway, I also want to propose a toast to my executive producer, Mark Winter. Thank you, Mark. And to our audience for joining us for these awesome conversations with these awesome people. Whether they've been in the pet industry forever or brand new to the pet industry, I will bring you the best people, I promise you. Here's to a life covered in pet hair, because there's no better way to live. Cheers.
I love it.
We are covered in pet hair.
We are.
I'm sure you are. I have no doubt. Cheers. To learn more about Covered in Pet Hair, please visit coveredinpethair.com or petliferadio.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.